Welcome to your magic moon message. This is the peace dealer. Yay. Happy new moon in Virgo, folks. This is the beginning of a life change. Yup. What's up? I know I was saying that we gonna drop 50 and 60. Last night I dropped 5. I'm gonna be honest with you. I gave a very lackluster performance, but it's all good. I still got a few points. Do you hear me? It's not the performance I wanted, but I still put my head in the game. God damn it. I still gave a good effort, maybe. All right, fuck it. Anyway, welcome to this new moon in Virgo, your magic moon message. I want you to take now, coming into the rest of the year, as the harvest and fulfillment for everything we kicked off since March and April. All right? March, we had Sun conjunct Saturn in the end of Pisces. And then May, we had Sun conjunct Uranus at the end of Taurus, okay? So what we're gonna see here is that coming in the next year, we're gonna have Sun, Saturn, Neptune at the beginning of Aries. And then we're gonna have Sun, Uranus at the beginning of Gemini. What I just told you should be either a light bulb moment or a good summary of the difference between this year and next year. This year is phasing out the old world. 2023 initiated the new evolution cycle. 2024 ended the cycle of the old world. And 2025, Magic Mike, baby. Yeah, I had to go back past that. 2025 sneak peeked the new world while we're phasing out the old world. And then 2026, baby, the new world is here. And we know because GTA 6 is going to release. So that being said, I don't even think I play GTA. I know I keep saying GTA. I might not even buy it. I never played 4 or 5. I just like to watch people play it, especially on the internet now. So I'm going to be watching people play C6. But GTA 6 is a really good symbolic indicator of the times we're headed into, especially given how long it's taken to come out and given its generational influence it'll have. I think it's one of the best analogies to use for this new world we're entering in. That being said, this new era, right? It's all happening. It's all starting to happen this new moon, Virgo, at the very beginning of the sign. Virgo season is unique. I don't know if we had another season like that earlier, but we have 2 moons. We have 2 new moons this season. We have a new moon now, and then we're going to have a new moon at 28 degrees Virgo, opposite Saturn retrograde, 28 degrees Pisces. So that being said, the reason why that's very significant is because after that, the next new moon in Libra is going to be 28 degrees Libra. So a lot is happening this season that's going to take the belief systems 6 months ago. You know, for example, I believe I'm sexy, like Magic Mike. I can't zoom in here. I believe I'm sexy. And now we're taking these beliefs and we're forming behavioral patterns with it. Like by the end of Virgo season, you're gonna see more of a sexy body than you've ever seen ever. Okay? Stay tuned. All right, the reality will reflect the dream, and then the vision in Sagittarius season will show the meaning of all that has happened. All right, so yeah, you can take this Virgo season serious, but really, whatever you reap, whatever you sowed, that's what you're gonna reap. Whatever seeds you're sowing now, you're gonna reap in 2 weeks, and whatever seeds you sowed 6 months ago, that's what you're reaping all through the next 30 to 90 days. All right, so that's why I'm excited. Virgo is my 5th house, so I'm very biased as a Taurus rising. But yeah, change in beliefs and imagination is Pisces. Changing your thoughts is Gemini. Pisces, Gemini, water, and air are yin signs, okay? And I'm gonna talk about this on a future World War Z episode. But air and fire is positive, earth and water is negative. However, air is a positive yin sign and water is a negative yin sign. Fire is a positive yang sign and then earth is a negative yang sign, okay? So far since March, we have activated the yin counterpart, our beliefs and our thoughts. And now throughout Virgo and Sagittarius, we're gonna activate the yang counterpart. This is where it becomes fucking real. And then by Sag, you see it. You see the real change that is happening now over the next 3 months. That's why you want to get really excited about this, because this social integration is going to break through the effort you've put in the past 6 months, predictably, with which we do every year, except this year we have the South Nodal eclipse, which is taking in about 10 years worth of behavioral habits, and it's putting you in a position to now not only come into the new cycle of what you're meant to believe, but also unlock old facets of your lifestyle and social engagements that no longer align with where you're headed. Oh, that was a mouthful. It also represents real magic through real techniques. And I think the coolest thing about this new moon is that it is a part of the finger of God Yod between Saturn, Neptune in the beginning of Aries, and then Pluto back 1 degree Aquarius. So the reason why that's significant, this new moon that's making a 150 degree angle to Saturn and Neptune is a Virgo signature. And since the conjunction back in Pisces, it is getting ready over the next 30 days until the opposition at 28 degrees in Virgo and Pisces to integrate everything together, especially as it aligns with these belief systems. And as of current, how you are tying together all the facets you've activated in order to step into this reimagination of this new version of yourself. Fuck, it's hot. Oh my God. All right, that being said, this is going to retrograde with Saturn back into Pisces to make sure that everything you're integrating aligns with previous promises you made to the universe and yourself. Previous promises the universe made to you through your beliefs. Previous wishes, previous beliefs 6 months ago you felt you believed you can achieve, you felt you believe you can change in your life, you felt you believe you could happen. Virgo wants to make sure since March you activated certain ingredients. You brought certain things to the table. Some paprika, some onions, some tomatoes, some pasta, some meatballs or chicken or fish, or if you're not flesh eating carnivores like us disgusting horrible people, then you don't eat flesh. You know what I'm talking about though. You put all these ingredients together, and I like to make that joke because the nature of how you live your style, carnivore, plant-based, omnivore, all this comes into defining who you are getting ready to represent as an aspect of yourself. And this is the point of the meal where you start to cook it. You start to put it all together. You start to integrate it. And that's why it's very important to illustrate the significance of how we got to this point. So you don't just look at this Virgo season as, okay, this is Virgo season. Virgo was all about analysis and Virgo is all about details. So I have to make sure that this season I'm more detail oriented. It's less about that. And it's more about the integrative process of how you've tied all these months so far together in order to get here. Because for those of you who've kept track, you're getting ready to break through into, I want to say, some of the most real development. The whole purpose of this Virgo season is to irreparably change your behavior and habits. This is a really great period for me to reset my workouts and to hit the gym again. I took like a good week or two break and I'm coming back strong, baby. It's beautiful too because a very powerful aspect of this that you'll get to experience, had to find the first place with shade, puts you in a position. Now, as we talked about the integration of Saturn that's tying together this integrity of character, there's the quincunx to Pluto and Aquarius. All right, the 210 degree signature that the sun is now making to Pluto, where 30 days ago it was opposite, is second stage breakthrough with the moon. The way Virgo works with Aquarius is Virgo of analysis transforms the current knowledge of the era. All right, so if at some point collectively it was agreed upon that the world is flat, right? Then it was calculated by certain scientists in the era, mathematicians, that, oh, you know what? The eclipse, the shadow of the eclipse isn't a half circle, it's actually round, blah, blah, blah. We can circumnavigate, or we can see all this. This is not to prove whether the earth is flat or not. This is just an example. Now, because of this new accepted analysis, the at the time collective knowledge transformed. And this is very common, and it's one thing I love about the field of science. Obviously, there's always going to be new discoveries. So through the experimental magic chain of Gemini of experimentation, Virgo of analysis, Sagittarius of synthesis, Virgo is what new facts and details or a greater understanding of facts constantly transforms our current understanding of collectively defined knowledge. Okay, so when we're talking about Aquarius, Aquarius is out of this world. It's frequencies, it's knowledge, right? It's going to represent this supernatural energy, this cosmic energy, but for the purpose of this analogy, what we know. And now Virgo is, as it does every year, software and firmware updating all the facts that we are analyzing. As we're updating, as time grows, you gain more experience. And the way to understand this with the supernatural quality of Pluto and Aquarius is the extraordinary nature of Aquarius is not really visible. Once again, air is yin, okay? And I'm going to really get to that. Air is the yang of the yin because the mind governs the water imagination. And then fire and earth is physical. So now Virgo at this Scorpio signature is taking this supernatural quality of energy harvested, and it is now transforming through the real perceptual experience that you are physically experiencing how to actually perceive the supernatural and divine. Virgo was very necessary because without it, a lot of people would just continue to be fraudulent and say, oh, I get a frequency from your dead grandmother, and she's telling me that you have to pay me $500. So this is why we need Virgo to call Cap, because anyone can on the other side, see the bad side of it is being too literal, too materialist, reductionist, that we don't open up to stuff outside of ourselves. But the other side of that is being too delulu and not taking into account that all these things are connected and have a real basis. So Virgo, the way to do the Virgo check is, instead of believing a fraud like that, it'll be like, is your grandma's name Gertrude? Because she's telling me that you have a yellow pencil you stole from her. And now that's an actual fact. Like, I never told anyone that I stole a pencil from my uncle. So now we see the bridge, okay? That being said, you're going to be experiencing a lot more unique situations moving forward as an extension of this 20-year awakening process with Pluto and Aquarius, that through this Virgo season will not be like most other Virgo seasons with the South Node there. So this is going to begin to add a literal, practical, grounded, experiential, behavioral change within you, around you, through you, that's going to really now give you more depth of understanding as to how you can analyze this process is transforming through you. And then in Scorpio, we'll get a psychoanalytical understanding to go even deeper. All right. So don't worry, this is a new moon. Around this time a few years ago, I had a poor performance myself. 2 weeks later, double back, mastered the finger. I mean, mastered patty cake. You know what I'm saying? I mastered plain patty, so it's cool. It's cool. I might have wanted to drop 60. I only dropped 5. I ain't tripping. I've had poor nights before. We just gonna grow through them. Okay, we don't let any setbacks stop us. And Virgo season is the montage. So spend the next 15, 30 days really making every day count. Okay, set these intentions. How do you want to live in this new world? Because as we come back around to March, you're going to see how this change of behavior has not only changed your lifestyle, but is preparing you now through next year to step in and define that. It will be difficult. You will go through a little bit of challenges. Enjoy it all. Count it all blessings when you go through trials and tribulations. There's certain things and extra steps you may have to take, but standing in that integrity, it will be worth it. It will secure you for a much longer time. Other than that, Mercury is going to come out of Leo, enter Virgo. Venus is going to eventually enter Leo. Mars is still in Libra. So this is definitely going to heat up a lot of now how more we take what we've developed within ourselves and express them towards other people, especially coming into the end of the year. Make it count. Keep it real. Okay, Virgo is not here to criticize you mercilessly, maybe a little bit, but they're here to just make sure you're aligned with the path you're meant to be on, instead of just gassing you up with bullshit. Okay, so be okay with a few reality checks. It's meant to adjust and pivot. Adjust and pivot. Don't play victim. Talking about why are you picking on me? Adjust and pivot. Do what you have to do. Get your shit together. Set these intentions. Remember, our intention is we set for life. That's this year's intention, that we're gonna move forward and will always be true. We're set for motherfucking life. I'm moving, I'm behaving, I'm acting as if. I don't care if what I'm seeing now, which is a hallucination, because my brain, by the time it now processes everything, the next moment has already happened. I'm not fixed on this. I'm focused on what I'm creating within, reflecting out there. I'm holding myself accountable, so I'm not stuck in my own delusions, but I'm challenging myself, so I'm not resting on outdated beliefs that we do, because that's just what everyone does. That's the tension between this new and old world. It's okay to make mistakes, okay? Perfection is not based on flawlessness, but completion, especially in equity. And this is going to really be a great season to begin to harvest this level of integration and prepare to change your life forever. You guys stay blessed as always. I'm going to be doing a new moon ceremony, and I'm going to be bringing back the extended magic moon messages. So you guys stay tuned for that. I hope you've joined my app. Oh, by the way, I got a 50% off Virgo season sale automatically applied. So all of my readings, all of my services, all of my recorded reports and consultations, 50% off, no code needed, just put it in the cart. Hook me up, guys, holla at me, join my app, supernatural.passion.io. If you're on YouTube or Instagram, click down below. Jesus Christ, now I can see, wow, these people be promoting shit. All right, that being said, you guys stay blessed, have a blessed weekend, and until next time, peace.